Yeah, hello guys. Good morning, guys, and welcome back to the Football Fan Zone with your boy Timber Banks. And guys, this morning show we'll be talking about all things football transfers, and I'm also going to be diving into Manchester United because it seems it's a deja vu because we are basically seeing the exact same thing we saw from this club last season, whereby their players are just getting injured. you know, I wouldn't want to conclude to the fact that I wouldn't conclude as yet because I don't know what the situation is with Anthony and Marcus Rashford. But we are going to be talking about Lenny Euro and Rasmus Hoyland because uh, the result of how long they'll be out for has been, determined. I also want to look at what's it called? What is his name again? Anthony. Anthony have actually been linked to what's it called? He has been linked to Liverpool. And Joe Gomez also have been linked to Liverpool. Also, Erik Ten Hag wants another striker. And it seems Ivan Toney likely is the person he wants. But what I don't understand is we were told that, what's his name? That little kid, Chido Obi Martins, has been seen as a third striker. So does it mean now he's no more a striker? Is that what it means? I guess we have to dive into it as well. So, what else? We are then also going to touch to a relevant transfer um, update in the market. So, sit tight. And, guys, before I go on with the show, guys, please, I'm begging you guys, if this is your first time of coming across the football fan zone, at the end of the video, if you like the video, you like the content, please endeavor to subscribe and also, like and share um, the link because we are building a very, very big community on the road to 5,000. So please, I believe with your help, I believe I will get there. Now, moving on, guys, let's kick the show off with some transfers. And yesterday's show with the boys was awesome, man. Last night's show was awesome. I really enjoyed yesterday's show with the boys. The unfiltered talks with man them. I really enjoyed every topic, every panel that was on yesterday. Big up to everybody. Big up to the HubSpot and Tesh. Big up to Admiral and Drex. Big up to Chukun Nonso franchise. Big up to Tammy. Big up to who else on the stream yesterday. I think that is all. So big up to everybody. Big up to everybody. So moving on, guys. I'm kicking off the show with the fact that Anthony and Marcus Rashford. United is red. How are you doing this morning? I hope you are fine. I hope you are good. What happened in Real Betis versus Man U? Man U won the match yesterday. They won 3-2. We're also going to be talking about it because I want to know. It's very, very interesting. I want to know what Erik Ten Hag is going to do with Ahmad because I'm sorry, if I'm going to give my say on it, Ahmad is Manchester United best player as it is right now. Ahmad is United best player so far. So for me, I think Ahmad should be starting for Manchester United. If I have to be honest, like you can't bench that guy. After such performance, what game I saw yesterday, I'm sorry, Ahmad cannot sit on the bench. But it will be interesting actually to see what Ten Hag does with him because I believe, I'm sorry, he has been United best player so far. You know, he has been United best player so far. These are things he is doing. Those are the kind of things you are expecting from a winger like Anthony. Everything Ahmad have been doing so far is what you would expect from Anthony. So it will be really, really, really interesting to see what Eric Ten Hag decides to do with Ahmad. But from what I've watched so far with Ahmad, guys, if I've been honest, man, he has been United best. I'm saying it without a doubt. He has been Manchester United best player so far. And if he gets game time, more game time, I promise you, he's going to deliver for Manchester United this season. If Ten Hag is not biased and he use him correctly, trust me, I believe he would play a vital part of United's team. So that's why I think. Moving on, let me just see. Ahmad is better than Sancho and Pelistri, Anthony. Like when I'm talking about best player, I'm talking about the whole attacking. United is red. He's better than every one of them. He's better than every one of them. Every one of them you can think of is better than all of them. When I talk say all of them, I'm including Garnacho, I'm including Rashford, I'm including Rasmus Hoyland, even Zexi at this point because I'm not really seeing Zexi. So for me, right now, at it is right now, Manchester United best player is Ahmad. So for me, he should be starting ahead of everybody. You know, Ahmad can be like Mo Salah and can be best one of the best African players and Premier League. You are saying the fact, man. That's the honest truth, man. That's the fact you're saying. You're speaking facts here. So moving on, let us look at this report here because it seems what happened last season is going to happen this season. I just hope it does not because it's going to damage Manchester United seasons. Now, this is coming from where is it coming from? Stadium Astro. And it says here, Marcus Rashford and Anthony become the latest first team players to be forced off the pitch with an injury in a match in the Manchester United preseason tour. They face Manchester City for the Community Shield in 10 days. Now, this is very, very hard to see. If I'm going to be honest, it is hard to see because with the kind of season they are having, the kind of ball they've been playing so far, you would want that best player to be available for the Community Shield match against Manchester City. You know, because the way they've been playing so far, yes, they've not been, style of play, but yet there are still some players, that have been looking decent, looking very, very good, like Hamad. So you want United to have that kind of a player going to face a match like the Community Shield against Manchester City. You really want to see what's his name? You want to see the kind of Ahmad playing that match. So for me, pray, I just pray that those injuries to Rashford is not really, really too serious because as much as we want to say anything about Marcus Rashford, his presence will also be needed. His presence will also be needed in that match. But moving on, guys, I just hope that, like I said, I just hope that injury is not too serious. I just hope the injury is not too serious. Though there were clips of Rashford when he was leaving the stadium. He was also limping. He was limping. So the honest truth is that we don't know yet. We cannot say anything as it is right now. But we just have to be optimistic that that injury is not really like serious as it looks. That is what I would hope. You know. Now let me just show you guys a clip of Marcus Rashford when he was going out of the pitch. I want to just show you guys the clip when he was moving out the pitch. Let me just check my network. Okay, I think I'm fine right now. Now, like I was saying, guys, look at it. Look at him here. This is coming from Fabrizio Romano. Um, Fabrizio said, Marcus Rashford down in pain and subbed off for Manchester United. One more potential injury to check after Lenny Euro. Lenny Euro is out for 3 months. It's crazy, guys. Like Lenny Euro, who was just brought into the club, is out for 3 months. And this is what I'm saying. This was what I was saying. I was saying you have the likes of Harry Maguire is there sitting down, just hoping and praying for people to just get injured. And Rasmus Oyland is also out for what's his name for 6 weeks. United is ready. I just said it just now. Rasmus Hoyland will be out for 6 weeks, and Lenny Euro will be out for 3 months. So, the question I want to ask is this: what does that do to Manchester United season? What does that do? What impact does it have for Manchester United season? And that's why I don't like preseason. Will best play. That's the honest truth, man. Sometimes you just need to just manage them very well. And this is the problem I have with Erik Ten Hag. It shows that Erik Ten Hag has not really learned from his mistake. You know, despite the fact that Lenny Euro was not really, it was 50%, 50% fit for the game against Rangers. He decided to play him anyway. It just shows that he does not learn. It shows he does not learn. You were very much aware that this guy is injured. Why don't you just rest him? We have seen the life with Arsenal. Arsenal did not just put Calafiori in because Ateta actually have learned from making that same mistake last season with Simba. Simba came into the club and got injured in the first match. So it doesn't make any sense that Arteta have decided not to be Ten Hag to be cautious. I know all these players, you are trying to give them game time so that they are able to, get match fitness. But this is a big, big risk. I just hope Rashford and Anthony are feeling better. Now, this is what I entered this ready saying. He says, I don't worry about Rasmus Højlund's injured because we have Zexi. Okay, and Rashford, you're not worried about Rashford as well. Then he says, "Oh yeah, forget Timber. What happened to him?" No, Timber is fine. Timber is fine. Now he's okay now. Just that last season, when Arsenal got him new, they rushed him into playing games and he got injured, and he was out for almost the entire of the season. So sometimes these managers needs to manage players well. Now this is coming from Telegraph. It's coming from Telegraph, and it says here it has to do with Erik Ten Hag wanting another striker. Coming from Telegraph, and it says here, Erik Ten Hag wants another attacker with Brentford, Ivan Toney, an option after Rasmus Højlund injury left Joshua Zexi as their only striker. Now, it will be interesting to see what Manchester United do. For me, I honestly believe with lack of Joshua Zexi can play as a 10. So if you can get 14 million pounds, go and get that guy. Honestly, I still don't know why Ivan Toney does not still have a club as yet. And people talk about his age. The honest truth is this: Manchester United got Robin van Persie at what age? He came to Man U from Arsenal, and that year they did what they won the league that year. These are some things you need because we are talking about age factor right now. And there was something I think it was Drex, where Drex was mentioning it yesterday. He was saying that if you bring in into the club and you win the league, it's a risk that paid off. For me, if you are talking about winning the league or being at the top four conversation at the end of the season, then you need a player of Ivan Toney's kind of quality because he's a clinical he's clinical when it comes to to scoring goals. He's also clinical when it comes to penalty. He's clinical on the hair as well. Yes, man, you might not have the money to make signings of like Osimhen, like people overrate him, but I don't rate him. But you have Ivan Toney. Ivan Toney is 28. He still have another probably 4 5 years football in him because at the end of the day, when we're talking about strikers, strikers can be still be banging the goals to their late um 30. We have the likes of Ronaldo. Ronaldo at Man U, he scored how many goals? At 37. So when you are good, you are good. So for me, I believe Man you should be looking into like bringing in a striker. Like I agree with Ten Hag. If they can get him a another striker, it will be good because we don't know how or when is Rasmus going to come back. That's the next truth. So as Rasmus Oyland is out right now injured, the only two striker remaining is Joshua Zexi and the Chidobi Martins. Those are the only two kids that is left. You know, but one thing I'm happy about is that they are playing proper football these days. Now, United Nigeria says, I'm worried about only Euro because he's injured for 3 months. I thought he injured for 4 to 6 weeks. I don't want to play Harry Maguire alongside with Lisandro Martinez. Now, you are onto something. I agree with you because yesterday I watched that match against was it Real Betis? Harry Maguire was terrible, guys. Harry Maguire was shite. Harry Maguire was crap. The few players, I really that I impressed me were Ahmad. Ahmad impressed me. Amas, the left back, also that guy looks is ready, and Casemiro. Casemiro was solid as well. Casemiro was solid. So I think I can see why they want to keep him. Now, United Israel says we don't need another striker. We have Zexi, Rasmus Hoyland, and Chidobi. But Rasmus Hoyland is injured at the moment. And I'm sure we all know how, when it comes to injury, how injury is. You might be saying you don't want a striker. And the next thing, he comes back and he does not pick up immediately. So what do you do with that? Because it's not like once he comes back, he will start playing games, he will start banging in the goals. The coach might still want to give him, more time, want to rest him still to so that to be fit enough. Because sometimes when players are injured, they come out from injury and you rush them in, they go back to injury. And we saw this with Leonardo Martinez last season. He came back from injury, and in his first match, he got injured back. In his first match, he got injured. So there are situations like that whereby you rush players into playing games, and the next thing they get injured. So with what Erik Ten Hag need, and for me, I will not count Chidobe as a striker. He's still a kid, guys. We need to understand that the fact that he was doing it, banging in the goals against what's it called, does not mean he will do it right away at top level. He's playing with his mates. It does not mean that he will come and do the exact same thing in top teams. It does not really mean he will just come to the Premier League and when called upon at United, he will start banging in the goals. I don't think so. That's the honest truth. I don't think so. So that's why I'm saying if you guys can get in a striker, it will be nice. And besides, there were times at United whereby United had about four strikers. There was a season United had four strikers. You had the likes of Tevez, had Nani, had Babatov, had Ronaldo, had Wayne Rooney. And there were times whereby they had Sheringham, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Andy Cole, who again? The Dwight York. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Dwight York. They had all these players playing in the same team, and every one of them know what their duty is. So I do not think it's a bad idea if United get another striker into the club. I believe it's going to help the team anyway. I believe it's going to help the team anyway. But moving on to with the show, guys. Matthias Delete. I want to just touch on Matthias Delete because there have been an update on Matthias Delete. Let me just go through what he's saying. Okay, he says, I am excited about Amas. Amas is a baller, guys. I watched him play. He's a good player. He's a good player. Zexi is not injured. Prone, he played 25 games in Italy. Um, Wuzani says, I need a midfielder first, then another defender. Any forward lower priority, where would we get the funds for him? Struggling to afford the late at the moment, at the minute. That is another thing. I understand what you're saying, man. I understand what you're saying. Listen. So basically, what he's trying to say is that for him, he believes Manchester United need a striker more at the moment than, sorry, a midfielder and a defender than a striker. Of which, when you look at it, it does make sense as well because Harry Maguire needs to go, honestly. Now, this is what is coming from Telegraph. It says Manchester United have the makings of a deal in place with Matthias De Ligt if they want to pursue it. Now, I don't understand what this comment is. If they want to pursue it, what does it mean? Because as it is right now, Manchester United need to bring in a centre back. You cannot rely on Harry Maguire. I'm sorry. Because if you want to play an Highland football, Highland, then you don't need a player like Harry Maguire in your team. And what's his name also? Erik Ten Hag needs to learn. Erik Ten Hag needs to stop playing the likes of Aaron Wan-Bissaka. These are players clubs are coming for. You cannot be playing the likes of Aaron Wan-Bissaka. You are also playing what's his name? Scott McTominay. These are players clubs are bidding for. What happens if they get injured? What will happen if those players get injured? Because if those players get injured, for me, I believe whatever club that is coming for them will just draw back. We draw back. So Ten Hag do not need to start playing this lad. You can't be playing all this lad. These guys, what you need to do is you can consider them they are not your player anymore. That is what you should be doing. Consider them as they are not Manchester United player anymore. You can't keep giving them game time. Aaron Basaka and what's his name? If they get injured, then who's at fault for it? Who's at fault for it? You can't be playing these guys. They are up for sale for a reason. So stop giving them game time and give other players who need those game time and match fitness. But moving on to what Fabrizio Romano was reporting about Soloft. It says here, Atletico Madrid are advancing in talks to sign Alexander Soloft from Villarreal after the big deal collapsed. Atletico Madrid are waiting for Conor Gallagher decision on as talks on personal terms continue. Meanwhile, negotiation underway for Solot. More to follow. Now, for me, I never understood why this guy did not go to Atletico Madrid. Dove big, honestly, because I believe he was going to ball there. Honestly, I believe he was going to ball there. I never understood why he did not go to what's it called? He didn't go to um, Atletico Madrid. He decided to go Roma over Atletico Madrid, but I still believe money is also involved in that. The salary wage packages is also involved in that. Manogate, there has been nothing on Manogate. He has been silent so far. Honestly, there has been nothing on Manogate. It has been silent so far. I think so. Real Madrid need they need Harry Maguire and Lindelof just for 35. I'm sorry, I don't need them. Even though you give me them for free, if you are giving me Harry Maguire for free, Madrid isn't taking them. You know, Madrid isn't taking them. If you give Madrid now Soloft, I'm sorry, give them Lindelof and Harry Maguire to Real Madrid for free, like for free, no money involved. Trust me, Madrid will not take the deal. They will not take the deal. They will rather just, you know, have the kid they have on the bench reserve play for the first team. Now, moving on to the next talk of the transfer, we're talking about Dovbik because yesterday we received a year ago from Fabrizio Romano, and it says here, until Dovbik to AS Roma. Here we go, verbal agreement in place between clubs with Girona. Final details being sorted on 34 million euros deal plus add-ons. Dovbik only wanted AS Roma and is set to sign a 5-year deal. Now, he will fly to Roma today to sign that deal. So basically, this is also a done deal, and that is why you see the likes of Atletico Madrid moving for going in for what's his name again, Soloft. And Soloft is a good player. Like what United is Red said. He said I'm signing Conor Gallagher and Soloft. That's very good. Then he says Roma doing a great job, and it's honest true. Roma are very like they're trying to just step up that their squad as well, and they're also looking to ship out some players as well. Now moving on, I want to touch on the Nico Williams thing because this is coming from the Athletic, and it says here, it says here, Barcelona have practical practically zero chance of signing Nico Williams this summer. Like, how bad can it be? How bad can it be that Barcelona are not able to get this deal over the line? How bad can it be? Honestly, it's irritating because for me, I believe and I thought it was going to go to Barcelona. If you ask me, like I've been optimistic, I've been saying it that he's going to end up there at Barcelona. But right now, as we speak, it's not even looking like it. It's not looking like it's going to happen. And if Barcelona I have any chance of catching up to Real Madrid any bit, they need a player of his quality. Because if we have to be honest with each other, guys, we all saw what they did. We all saw what they did to what they did to what Nico Williams and this guy what they did in the Euros. We saw it. We saw it. They can both play as a team. So it only makes sense for them to look to do a deal like this. Honestly. And United is just says maybe they play 60 million for it doesn't mean 60 million euros. It doesn't mean it's what the amount of money, 60 million euros. Because one thing I will say for sure is that with the performance he had in the Euros, if he's able to keep that momentum going, then signing Nico Williams will be very expensive. Now, Nico Williams should join Manchester United or Arsenal, not PSG. Why would he want to join us? You guys don't. One thing is this: United is red. Man, you don't even have the funds to do a deal for Nico Williams. They don't because already as we speak, Atletico Bilbao wants to renew his contract and put a release clause of 100 million euros on him. They want to do that. So they want to make the deal very difficult for teams from signing him. But moving on, we've seen that Arsenal Football Club, and like it says, coming from the mirror, it says here, Victor Gokores may get dream Arsenal shirt after agreement is reached. Now, I don't know how true this article is, but we are going to react to it anyway. Now, this is what it says. Arsenal have the perfect shirt number to lure Victor Gokores to the club. After Sporting Lisbon dropped a huge hit, they are ready to sell. The Swedish goal scorer has attracted interest from several Premiership clubs this summer, including Arsenal, Chelsea, and Liverpool, having banked 43 goals in 50 games for Sporting last season after departing Coventry in a deal worth £20 million. Now, the Championship club included a sell-on clause, but in a big hit that Gokares could be auctioned off, Sporting have now paid 2 million to Coventry City to reduce it from 50% to 10%. They are being smart here. Now it says Sporting have a 100 million clause. Wow. Sporting Lisbon, they have a 100 million euros clause, which is 86 million pounds release clause in Gokores contract that the Gunners could trigger to secure the striker this summer. However, fresh claims suggested that they are ready to put an official initial offer of 55 million to test the waters. I never knew that this Gokores is that high. You know, if we're talking about 86 million, man, then it changes everything, guys. If you're talking about 86 millions, yes, it's stacked. His goals contribution is crazy. 43 goals in 50 games is not a joke. It's not. If I'm going to be honest to each other, if I'm being honest here, it's not a joke. But 86 million, it's kind of high. So the thing is this for me, if I was Arsenal, I'll be willing to take a risk of signing Isak for 100 million plus than Gokores for 86 million. But I think 50, 65 million pounds should also do a deal for for him. Now, should Arsenal offer to be accepted, Arsenal could have the perfect trick up their sleeve to convince him to join them, with Cedric Soares leaving the club following the expiring of contract. Number 17 shirt has become available, and offering him that shirt could act as real sweetener, given his previous linking him for number linking him to the number for the number. Sorry, the 26-year-old currently wears number 9 for Sporting, but has consistently had the number 17 on his back for country, and also he played for Coventry. Now, this is what I want to say, man. Now, it's just like the same thing I was talking about earlier. I was talking about Ivan Toney. Ivan Toney is 28, and every club he is already Bradford are ready to sell him for 40 million, 50 million. So it wouldn't make any sense to go and sign a player like Gokores, who is 26 for his 6 or 60 or 70 million. Because taking from me, guys, I believe Sporting Lisbon are also going to make the deal kind of difficult for them to do. So that's the thing. But will he join the club? I guess we just have to just also wait to see if that will get done. Phil Jones can be perfect for England as their manager or what? Victor Gokores, not 18 million, is 60 million player. And I agree with you. Isak should go for Isak for 75 million. They are never going to get him for 75 million. Do you know how much Chelsea were offering to get Isak? Chelsea were offering, I think they were offering two players, and I think plus 100 million pounds to get Isak, and they did not get him. So I don't think Arsenal going for him for that amount. Like it's crazy, man. I don't even think they will reply Arsenal. I don't think so. If Arsenal should go there and offer them what's it called, 75 million, come on, they won't even say anything to Arsenal, because we all know that if we are going to be honest with each other, is worth more than that amount, man. Because this guy is Premier League proven. He's Premier League proven. So it's not easy to get a player who is Premier League proven for 75 million. I'm sorry, if it's 75 million, a lot of teams will be there trying to get the deal done. A lot of teams will want to get the deal done, guys. So I think that amount is too cheap. Too cheap for Isaac. Now moving on with the show, guys. I want to touch on Conor Gallagher. You know, I want to touch on Conor Gallagher, and it says here, coming from the veins, it says Chelsea are set to accept 40 to 45 million offer from Atletico Madrid for Conor Gallagher, but the midfielder is yet to say yes to the move. Now, this is what I don't understand now. And this is the problem when a player is not being given the opportunity to play now, everybody would think the manager is wicked or something. Like this club have indicated and showcased to you that you are not in the plan. They want you gone. They want you gone. Now, let me just jump to this article because this is what I want to just give you the full details on this article. And this is coming from Ben Jacobs. And it says here, understand Conor Gallagher turned down in a new 3 year, that which is 2 plus 1 year contract extension at Chelsea today, as well as in early June. Now, I don't understand this problem. I don't understand what this guy wants. Chelsea offered you 2 years plus a year contract. You turned it down. Now, wages offered comparable to the highest earner in Chelsea midfield, as reported. As reported, Chelsea have agreed package with Atletico Madrid in excess of 40 million euros, including add-ons, and will support a move to Spain if that's Conor Gallagher preference. No terms agreed yet. Aston Villa also had a club record bid accepted for Conor Gallagher in June, but he decided to stay. Chelsea will prefer to sell Gallagher abroad than to a Premier League rival, and Atletico Madrid offer accepted is well below the one made by, imagine, Villa. Both Chelsea and Atletico Madrid are now waiting for the feedback from Conor Gallagher. Now, I don't know what this problem is, but if I was Erison Maresca, I'm sorry, I'll put him on the bench. I won't use him at all. He will be on the bench all through. Like I would have him train with the youth teams, reserve teams, because definitely Chelsea do not want you. For them to put you up for sale, they offered you contract, you turned it down. They put you up for sale now. You also taking your time to make a decision. For me, I can't tell you it will stay or go. It will get this deal will get done because right now it is up to the midfield to the player. It is up to the player. If it's a decision for Chelsea to make or Atletico Madrid to make, then I can sit here and say, okay, no, it will get done. But I can't say it will get done because now the decision is left for the player to make. Me, I don't understand why he would not just get the fuck out of Chelsea and go play football somewhere else. It's crazy, man. It's crazy, honestly. But moving on, we see what's it called? We see this guy, Somerville. And this was coming from Fabrizio Romano, and it says here, Somerville to West Ham from Leeds. Here we go, £25 million with add-ons, reported by Fabrizio Romano. Big signing for Lopetegui, 2023 slash 2024 championship side. He registered 19 goals plus 19 assists. Well, that will be very interesting to see if he can replicate it in the Premiership because I know so many teams were in for him. So many teams were in. Chelsea was at some point, Arsenal, we're all, and Tottenham as well, we're all looking to get a signing. But he has joined what's it called? He has finally joined the West Ham. So let's see what it brings to their West Ham team. So moving on, I want to touch on Jao Neves because it's a done deal. It's a done deal. And this is coming from Plattenberg, who is one of the best journalists in Germany. And it says, yes, it's a done deal. Now, Javelis will join PSG with immediate effect. In return, Renato Sanchez will move back to Benfica after 8 years. Total agreement between the clubs have been reached now. PSG set to pay 60 million euros plus 10 million euros add-ons for Neves plus Sanchez on top, as per reported as Fabrizio Romano. Now that is interesting to see. They've gotten the man they want. Some of is an amazing player and going West Ham, amazing. Yeah, they've gotten a man. Let's see if that now will push a deal for Ugarte. Will make that deal fast because I know United fans are really, really still interested in, you know, in that lad. They are really, really interested in him. So I just hope the sale or the fact that PSG got their man in Manuel Gatti will speed up the interest. Will speed up the interest of what's his name of this Manuel Gatti deal to United getting done. I hope that will just speed everything up. Well, let's move on to the next one. Okay, I spoke about Leniero already. It's going to be out for 3 months. I spoke about him already. Now moving on to the okay, I think I spoke about Merino as well. So I think let me just check if there's something I've not yet touched on. And if I have touched on everything, then it means the show is done. Then we have to wait. Okay. This is coming from Fabrizio Romano, and this has to do with Scott McTominay. This has to do with Scott McTominay. And it is saying here that it's saying here, all right, my G, big up to you, and United Israel, big up to you, big up to you. Let me just refresh the page. That club. I don't know why some players don't know when to just move, man. The club does not want you anymore. You are still forcing yourself to the club. Now, this is coming from Fabrizio Romano, and what it says here is this. It says Fulham have submitted new bid for Scott McTominay in excess of 20 million pounds, expected to be rejected. Man U will be open to selling for a fee close to 30 million. Now, I don't blame Manchester United for wanting a fee around 30 million because what these guys did, they showed themselves to be a prat. You know, how do you go and buy a player like what's his name? Emi Smith Rowe. For me, I do believe when if he can play football, he's a better player than Scott McTominay. For me, any player is better than Scott McTominay. I'm a good player than Scott McTominay. I can tell you that. You know, so that's the honest truth. But they've showed themselves to be a prat. They showed themselves that they've got the money to spend on players. You know, splashing out 32 million, 35 million on Emi Smith Rowe, and you are struggling to pay 30 million for doesn't make any sense. So that's the thing. I believe United also believe they can get more money from Fulham. Now, moving on, we've seen that Erik Ten Hag, second man, Stephen McLaren leaves Manchester United and signed in as a new manager of Jamaica. The new manager of Jamaica is Steve McLaren. He left his post at, I think he was demoted. I think he was handling the technical director football aspect of United, but he has left that post and decided to take on a journey to be the new coach or the new manager of what's it called? Um, of Jamaica. Now, moving on, guys, to the last what I want to discuss about. I want to discuss about Danny Omo. Though I don't know how true this article is, but it says here that Danny Omo, they've been a bid made by by Barcelona for Danny Omo. Don't know how true it is, but like I said, we react to everything football sometimes just for reacting sake. Now, Barcelona have not submitted a second bid for Danny Omo report because I was aware they submitted the first one, but let's see what this article says. It says pending funder confirmation, the offer is 50 million fixed plus bonus, which makes the total bid reach 60 million euros. That will be very, very interesting to see how it goes because right now, as you say, it's fixed. Fixed means they are paying it now. It means they are paying the money. It's a fixed price. They are paying it because what they first of all the bid they made to these guys at first, they wanted them to be able to pay the money in 5 years, and that was why the deal got rejected. But moving on to the last topic I want to discuss about is about Anthony Gordon, and this is coming from team from Newcastle United actually. Yeah, and it says here new details has come out about Anthony Gordon and failed move to Liverpool before PSR deadline. Report states Newcastle had talks with Liverpool over a deal for Gordon and wanted £100 million for him, but Liverpool refused that fee. Newcastle then wanted Jared Kwanzaa as part of any deal, but Liverpool wanted to keep the young centre back. Now, this is where it never makes sense to me, guys. For me, Kwanzaa is a good player. But if you really, really, you are sure you want this lad, why don't you just, man, give them the 75 million and Kwanzaa? Then now, moving forward, it says it's now come out that the deal agreed in principle for Gordon was 75 million pounds plus 10 million pounds in add-ons, and then for Joe Gomez to join Newcastle in a deal for 45 million pounds. Now, this is interesting. I guess we just have to just wait and see if this deal we get uh, over the line. Time will tell because in the world of transfers, you know, talks come out and go. Now, before I leave, for those people that have not seen this, you might want to take a look at this. Manchester City have been fined 2.9, okay, yeah, it's 2.9 million pounds by the Premier League for 22 breaches over kickoff delay in the last two seasons. That is interesting. This is what you get from swing Premier League body, and you guys should watch out because they're coming for you guys strong. And that's the end of the show, guys. I guess whatever happens, we're going to come out to react to it as well. By the way, like I said, if you are new, the first time I'm coming across the channel, please do not forget to subscribe to the channel. But please, we are building a community. I'll see you guys on the next one. Should anything come outside, we'll react to it as well. This is why I say bye bye. Thanks